the cost is
right
out of this world. Maybe, I don't know, if anybody is listening and you know of any discounts or ways to get around the costliness of YMCA membership, let us know.
Yeah, they run a special every now and then.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Right. I mean, it is what it is.
It's dead, but like I said, some people can't afford it.
It costs so much.
Man. It's definitely a good place.
Well, it'll be refreshing and exciting to hear about the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center tonight.
I'm definitely looking forward to hearing about that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it'd be nice, too, if we had more people like Arthur who's willing to invest their time and money into creating these recreation centers, because we can't always rely on the government to do it. Let's be honest.
Right.
We can't. Funding and all that stuff like that. We can't expect them to do it. So, here we go, family. Our guest is in the building. Hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Amazing. I told y'all tonight was going to be awesome. Okay, so as I mentioned before, family, we have a very honorable guest here tonight. I'm so excited. As I told you before, our topic is going to be focused on the community, which I feel is very fitting for our guest who's here tonight, who came bearing some wonderful and beautiful and colorful gifts.
Hey.
Some veggies.
Which you can see on the live feed.
Yes, that's what I love about us streaming live on YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff, because our fans get to see all the goodies and stuff. So I'm going to grab the basket. So hold on a second. Thank you. This is beautiful. We have some zucchini up in here. Cucumber. This is a cucumber?
Yeah.
Humongous! But you know it's good. Tomatoes. Oh my God. All kinds of goodies in here, y'all. And healthy, and it came from a wonderful place that we're going to be talking about tonight with our very special guest. First, I have to give a shout out to Ahmed Childs. Yes. Yeah. Where's the bell? Do we have the bell?
The bell's over there. Swing that bell.
Dang. I got to give a shout out to him because he is an amazing friend of the show, and he is always connecting us with amazing people who are doing wonderful things in the community, and he's very well connected. So I want to thank you, Ahmed. I know you listening somewhere, but we appreciate you for just being a friend of our show and always bringing us and connecting us with some amazing people. And tonight is no different. We have author Squeaky Kirk in the studio with us. He is the founder of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center over in West Baltimore, where I grew up. I grew up right in the corner of Garrison and Barrington Road. So, yes, I am very familiar with the west side of Baltimore. That is my home. So, without further ado, I want to introduce our guest tonight, Arthur. So, you can tell everybody hello.
How y'all doing? Good. I got Carlos the Boss here with me also.
Oh, wow. We got a double dose tonight. Yes. You can also tell everybody hello, too.
How y'all doing?
Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. See, because to me, like me and the fellas were talking, in the communities, it's sad because when we were growing up, we had recreation centers and stuff, I remember playing rec basketball and being on the rec dance team and going to the pool in the summertime. And all that good stuff like that. And a lot in my kids, we live in Baltimore County, so we they do have recreation centers in Baltimore County, but in the city now they're few and far between.
Right.
So, the family, as you know, Arthur is the founder of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center in West Baltimore. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about that. So, first of all, I wanted to just have you introduce yourself to everybody and tell them who you are.
My name is Arthur Franklin Kirk. Really, that's my middle name. But Squeaky is just always, that was my nickname. Everybody really knows me as Squeaky, so they adopted to saying Arthur Squeaky Kirk.
Okay.
But, I'm the director of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center. It used to be Martin Luther King Recreation Center. It was shut down for a lot of years.
Wow.
You have to excuse me. I caught a little cold last couple days.
Right.
But you know, in the area where it is, it's the same area that me and Carlos we grew up in. So you know, we grew up in that area. That wasn't actually our particular area where we actually played at. That was our homeboys area, but that's the site that God gave us. So that's what we ran with. You know?
And what area is that? Just for our listeners.
It's Mountain Lexington. It's Mountain Lexington. Mountain Fayette. Everybody knows that area.
Yeah, for sure.
Right where the corner and all that stuff was filmed about. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just tell everybody who may not know when the Recreation Center reopened as the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center.
Well, we reopened it up. We renamed it last year in honor of my mom. We renamed it last year in honor of my mom. But I actually started working on it back in 2011, like a few months after she passed. So, you know, for a while we ran like 2013. We was already doing things before we officially opened 2014 as a Martin Luther King Recreation Center. But, you know, it was a big thing to open it up, reopen it up again in my mom's name, you know, so.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah. I mean, you know, and then to have a center that's in her memory, her name, you know, how important was that for you to do that?
Yeah, that was pretty big. I mean, you know, because she was a delegate for 28 years.
Wow. She
was the delegate at a district for 28 years, but before that, I grew up as a kid, and my mom was like always like doing what I'm doing now in the community for like probably 40 years before she became a delegate.
Yes.
You know, like she died in her 80s, so she died working.
Right.
So it was like a thing like where as though always knew how to do things like it. Like I remember Blue Chip Inn started out in her garden. She had a garden for 40 years in back of my grandmother's house, a block-long garden, in back of the 1000 block of Fair Street. So things like that was always being done. I saw it in my family, you know.
Wow.
Like I grew up as a kid, you know, I'll come downstairs and Schaefer would be in the kitchen, you know. Governor Hughes would be in, it was like a normal thing.
Right.
But that's when the neighborhoods had like clean block.
Yeah.
And you had everybody competing who had the cleanest block, you know. But, you know, even though it was a competition, but everywhere you went, everywhere was clean.
Right.
You seen people working together.
Yes.
You know, so what me and Carlos just did, like when we came back, you know, I just went back and just started doing the things I see that work. It worked when we was kids.
Yes.
You know, when you shut down the recreation centers, like you say, that's how you wind up with so many big kids. You got these 6'2" kids, they non-athletic, 6'2", 250. They on the corner because they don't know no better. You know, they didn't have nobody to learn from for like, you know, if you shut it down when they 10, now they're 8 years old. I mean, they're 18 years old. So it's like, it's kind of hard. They got to reach back now on their own because you left them out to the wolves for 8 years. You know, it's kind of tough.
Well, we have a minute to the break. So when we get back from the break, we'll talk a little bit more about the Recreation Center, what's in it, you know, some of the programs that's offered there, and talk a little bit about the community and how this will help and how we can maybe, you know, encourage others to think about, you know, like, because we necessarily rely on the government always to do it.
That's true.
But, you know, but to have individuals in the community who understand it, who are willing to invest the time, maybe encouraging others, doing the clarion call, if you will, like, hey, let's do this. So let's go ahead and take this break. When we come back, more with Arthur, Carlos, and the rest of the Be Inspired Radio Show team on the Be Inspired Radio Show right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what that's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids, and when you got a wife, and then you doing everything, and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo. promo, please?
Should nobody
Should
come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here
Hey
on Be
everybody,
Exposed
check
Radio.
out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit. But I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome leadership qualifications, I mean awesome. It's little things that we can observe with our kids, right?
Right.
For instance, when we take them to the park, she brings out a toy, and other people wants to play with them. But she's only child, by the way. She's not going to say, no, you can't play. Only play with this person. She takes the leader in the upper road and be like, okay, well, let's all take turns. So everybody get in the line. Okay, now you go first. Okay, now you go first. And she makes herself last. And that's what I want to see in, that's what I would like to see in all kids. And she's only 4. And when I see those leadership qualifications, of course I have to praise her. Because I'm like, awesome, London, you're being a really good leader. So, it's amazing, and it works. I mean, it really works, my child. And I'm not saying she's a perfect child, because there's no such thing as a perfect child. But when you instill impact principles into your child, and, especially at a young age, it influences their everyday life. Even her teachers are telling me, like, I can see the work that you're doing with her for a single mom. Thank you. Like, they're just thanking me. And that's a blessing as well.
And I think really what it is that our youth just needs that kind of guidance. That's it. Once they have an example, someone that they can follow or someone that they see doing something great or maybe doing something similar, that right there is a catalyst for their success.
Yep, absolutely. And, it also goes with the mom as well. The mom and the dad.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is and what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions, more than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see yourself first to know that you need deliverance.
Yes.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here
Hey
on Be
everybody,
Exposed
check
Radio.
out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So how important is it for you to have an organization like that and having a child of your own? How does that influence your ability to do the Impact organization?
It influences a lot. It's a little bit challenging because a lot of times people will say, oh, like, you have to practice what you preach, right? So if I'm telling my daughter and I'm raising her under the impact principles and I'm telling other mothers to do this, I have to do the same thing with my child, which is kind of testy a little bit, but I see a lot of development with her. Her leadership, she's only 4. And when I say she has some awesome leadership qualifications, I mean awesome. It's little things that we can observe with our kids, right?
Right.
For instance, when we take them to the park, she brings out a toy, and other people wants to play with them. But she's only child, by the way. She's not going to say, no, you can't play. Only play with this person. She takes the leader in the upper road and be like, okay, well, let's all take turns. So everybody get in the line. Okay, now you go first. Okay, now you go first. And she makes herself last. And that's what I want to see, that's what I would like to see in all kids. And she's only 4. And when I see those leadership qualifications, of course I have to praise her.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit
Last time on Talk Lately.
government, I don't understand why.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. As you know, we are live every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio, and we're always happy to spend time with you. TGIW to everybody who's just tuning in. This is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
And if you see us scrolling, that's because we're busy inviting all of our lovely friends to the Facebook Live video, because we want y'all to tune in. Now, if you can't tune in via Facebook Live, of course, you can go on YouTube to the Be Exposed Radio channel. If you go to the Be Exposed Radio channel, you'll see our faces. And this box of vegetables over here we just got. Amen. And and so you can spend time with us there, and then you can also go to www.beexposedradio and you'll be able to check us out there. We got a lot of ways for you to connect. And then, because we're talking about focus on a community, we want you to call us at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403 if you have any questions or if you want to join in the conversation. We are here with an awesome guest that we want to shout out. You said you want to do the shout out this time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you do that.
Shout out to Last Born Child, a.k.a. Ahmed Child.
Yes.
You are a great friend to the show, and
Yes.
we appreciate you for connecting us with such great people and opportunities.
Always,
Peace.
always.
Yeah, big ups on Matt.
Yes, he is our friend through and through. And my thing is, what he does selflessly. He's not looking for anything in return or anything. He does it because he genuinely wants to see people make it and grow, and he understands what it is when you're trying to do some things. You know
what? Each time we hear his name, I'm gonna press the bell.
Yes.
Every time. Every time.
Okay.
Courtesy.
And so that's right. Let's do it now.
Last Born Child.
Boing. All right. And so we're here with our very distinguished guest. I'm just gonna say Arthur Kirk instead of the you want me to say?
That's cool. Everybody
Okay.
know me as Squeaky. That's
Okay,
cool.
Squeaky. Let's say that. Squeaky. But we're here with him tonight. He is the founder of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center over in West Baltimore. And so we were before the break, we were talking to him about how the recreation reopened. It used to be the MLK Recreation Center, and now it has been renamed and also reopened as the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation. Oh my God, two more minutes. That's it. We just got started.
Really?
Oh my God. Okay, so
these breaks.
I know, right? They come up so fast. But anyway, so when we come back from the break, we're gonna talk some more with Squeaky. I guess
That's cool.
Squeaky. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to talk more with him when we come back from the break, and talk more about the recreation center, and then also talk about focusing on the community, which I feel each of us have a responsibility, if we can, to reach back, especially those of us who have platforms like the radio and other platforms. It's important for us to invest back in the community and make sure that we are giving back. So when we come back, we're going to talk more about that. Also, I have to give a shout out to my daughter, Lily. It is her birthday. She is 7 years old today. Yay! Hey. I was a chauffeur today. Yes, I was. For her and her best friend. And I took them to the movies, and then they wanted to go shopping at Five and Below and Claire's and all that girly stuff. So we did that. Then we got food and all that good stuff. So Lily, mommy loves you, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed your birthday, and she's going to have another party September the 9th. All right, so there you have it. Let's take this break, and then when we come back, we'll have a little bit more time to spend with our guests. So don't you move. Stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook.
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's
coon.
like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're gonna jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You got to tell. It's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey.
Yeah,
I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to HLVII and all that great stuff. We are excited that you are joining us tonight right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. As usual, we have a wonderful show planned out for you tonight. And for those who are just tuning in, welcome. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. I am Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah, your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
And then we have our very awesome guest tonight, author Squeaky Kirk, but we're going to be calling him Squeaky tonight because that's what people know him as, definitely. He is the founder of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center, which used to be the MLK Recreation Center in West Baltimore, very well-known area in West Baltimore. We're going to talk to him about that, and our topic for tonight is focus on the community. Focus on the community, and we chose that topic because we know that, especially for us who grew up in the era of recreation centers in the inner city, that it was a staple in the community. It was that go-to place for young people all year round, but especially in the summertime. I have such fond memories of my recreation center. It was Liberty Elementary School. That's the one I went to. It was a recreation center right next to it. So without further ado, I want to reintroduce to those who've already been listening, and for those who are just tuning in, I want to introduce you to our guest tonight, Squeaky. So tell everybody hello again.
Hello, everybody.
And if you can, just to recap, tell everybody who you are and introduce yourself to them.
Okay, all right. My name is Arthur Squeaky Kirk. I'm the director of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Learning Center. We renamed that center back in 2016 in honor of my mom, but we actually started working and renovating that center back in 2011, like a few months after she had passed away. So it was Martin Luther King Recreation Center. We did like multiple toy drives. We give away 1,200 coats a year, like 5,000 toys and 500-600 book bags. We was doing this before anybody even knew we was there. So, and we have a mural put on the back of the wall on the side of the garden in honor of my mom and Carl's mom. She was like my second mom, Miss Mary Jackson.
Wow.
So, I mean, they was like the two ladies in the hood that, like really. When I bent that corner, I knew that I still had to be on my P's and Q's, we showed off enough, so.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring Carlos in. So how important was it for you to partner up with Squeaky on working on this recreation center?
Well, it was real important. Like, Squeaky know me. I'm a little older than him, but I always looked out for the kids in the neighborhood. When I was doing my whatever you want to call it, right? It was very important, right? I mean, he already knew I have his back like he got mine, right? And I know he worked. Yes. And I be having idle time, so I just came in and I stuck with it, So I stuck with it from the time he opened it up to the time he closed it, what I'm saying? That's how it is.
Ain't no doubt. See, we had a lot of people that come through, so me and him be on the same wavelength. Like, we have a lot of people, like, they get involved with emotions, like, that ain't the right thing to do. You can't get involved with doing this type of thing, like being emotional, like, 'cause you feel a certain kind of way. Because when you ain't emotional no more, our kids still need help.
Yes.
So we still need you around to help us. It can't be about, oh, I don't feel like it right now. All right, but them doors still got to open up. You know what I mean? Right. And like I say, my man come over from Harford County every day.
Wow.
He don't live around the corner, so I be having to let, and he don't get paid a dime. We don't get no funding. We don't get no funding. That was $40,000 out of my own pocket in 3 years I spent. Busting my ass, paying overtime and all that. So it's like a thing like where as though we try to get people to understand what we do. That's a sacrifice.
Yes.
And we willing to do it, but we got a lot of friends. See, I hurt people's feelings when I talk sometimes. Because simple fact, like, we reach out to a lot of people all the time for help, like far as like just volunteers. We got a lot of volunteers coming together now to help us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back in the day, like when we were struggling, it was just me and yo. We had no whole bunch of volunteers. We were snatching them in as we can. And like, most of my help come from 60 miles away.
Yeah.
Like the governor's friends. They come and help me out. Wow. So, that's a big help. But that's also like, it's like a slap in the face. To know I got 1,000 people that look around me that look just like me, that won't come around there and plant a flower. You know, I got people that come from 60 Mile, Virginia, to come plant flowers with me or something like that. You know, if I call them, send them a text, and they on their way.
I want to ask this question. You may or may not have the answer, but, you know, what do you think contributes to that type of culture where people, even in the communities, who may be a product of the community, you know, that makes them not, I guess, contribute or help? You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm going to tell you one thing I noticed. All right, say like, for instance, like I said, Carl was living in Harford County. See, me and Carl was, in all actuality, like, no matter how far we go, we didn't seen a lot of money together. Yeah. Right? So, to me and him, a lot of things don't matter. It don't matter. Like, we all about focus on what we trying to do. Yes. Some of these people that's, like, still in the hood that may be doing good for themselves, they just getting there. So they don't want, so they really just focus on their surroundings, their four corners, you know, their four walls. So they really don't care about what's happening in the hood until it hits close to home. Right. I got people that live in Owens Mills. They tell, man, I get home, I'm tired. You know, I live in Pennsylvania. Wow. Every day. I live an hour and a half away. You feel what I'm saying? But my family, I still have family all over Baltimore. I got houses down in Baltimore. But the thing is like, so I got 90-year-old volunteers that come there. So I got a 90-year-old woman that wandered around there one day. And ever since that day she wandered around there, her daughters been coming. They 60 and 70, retired teachers and nurses. She forced them to come. So I feel like in the hood, there's no excuse. Right. I got guys work 8 hours. You know, I work 80 hours. I just work 2 days overtime. I'm on vacation. People don't know when I'm on vacation because I'm always working that long. So the thing is like, I just feel like, you know, I got a lot of guys. We grew up with a lot of guys. And they know, I mean, I keep it real. Right. I can't deal with them. Right. I can't deal with them because my thing is like, I feel like you ain't willing to make the sacrifice. I don't want to keep hearing about when is it going to stop and why these boys doing it. Man, I don't want to hear that, you know, because I don't want to hear about how wild no young boy is because we was them same young boys. You know what I mean? It's just all that matters that, you know, like, it's got to be somebody that they going to respect. And right now, we respect it around there. You know, they didn't know me when I first came back around there because I've been in the fire department for 17 years. Before, well, I guess 11 years around that time. And I really wasn't hanging out no more. But it took me to, you know, have a few words with a few of them or whatever, and they go back to their uncle and they be like, oh yeah, so we gonna bust your head if you catch you in that yard again. You feel me? Because they were still stashing stuff in back of the rack. So we just keep it real with them, you know, and now we love them. Like I tell them on the for real, man, I can't make you do nothing. You gotta reach back to me. Right now, I'm focused on these little kids that's right here rolling with me right now. They're the ones we want to see roll up. Now, if you need help, you reach back, I'm gonna help you. But I'm not racing out there to chase you down. You know what I mean? While you wilding out. Don't bring it around here.
Right. What you said about the people, it was like people who you grew up with talking about like how kids are crazy now. You are completely right. One of my biggest philosophies that I tell people, if you aren't gonna change something, don't complain about it. You have no right to complain. So I applaud you.
No, one of my biggest things I see when I see people, every time I see one of these little kids get killed, they be like, this getting out of hand. I'm like, getting out of hand? I'm like, damn, we almost got 300 murders. When do you consider it just gone? You know what I'm saying? It's getting out of hand. Gone, when is it going to stop? It's getting out of hand. To me, that's like, you know, that's a cop-out. Oh, it's not going to stop till you get off your ass. That's how I feel.
Everyone wants to talk, but no one is willing to go out and put the action.
But I hear this. Well, you know, these kids is wild and not everybody can do what you do. And I'm saying to myself, like, oh, well, you can try. Right. It ain't even got to be, I'm not saying go down the hood and grab a kid, but you got kids anyway. You got kids in your family. Right. That you can grab and get them straight. You know what I mean? Everybody got kids in their family that need help. You know, nobody got the perfect family. You know? So, but I feel like we got too many people looking for scapegoats right now and looking for this one super person that's going to help. That's not going to happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I know for a fact, me and the governor cool, the lieutenant governor cool, all that. But you know, I'm friends with his friends. But I seriously doubt if I'd have got the help that I get from them had I not met them halfway. I was already up and running around the time I met them. I did that on my own. We did that on our own, out of our own pockets. Now, had I had that building just sitting there, and I'm just reaching out, you know, and now everything is just like, can I get some up, man? I mean, most people be like, shit, you ain't gonna mess my money up, but you ain't gonna. You understand what I'm saying?
That's pretty much
we proved to them that we was ready.
Right.
We was already running. We was gonna keep working without him. But the man made a promise. He said, man, Squeaky, 3 weeks before his election, he said, man, listen, I remember your mom. Because he used to work for Erwick. My mother and Erwick was tight. And he said, man, he say, win or lose, win or lose with this election, I'm gonna make sure you get some help. Shit, the next day after that election, he stunned the world because nobody thought he was gonna beat Anthony Brown.
Yes.
And he won that election.
That is so true.
And the next day, his right hand man was down there with me like, look, what you need?
Right.
Word, a man of his word. You feel me? And then a month later, he had a whole room full of people in there. Talked to him for 5 minutes. He said, man, that man needs such and such, such and such. Yeah, the guy, CJ and Jesse, these Muslim guys I met, put me in for 15 computers. Another lady put me in for like 10 iPads. Got Marty Lawson, put me in for $5,000. I mean, they did everything they can to get us up and running at that time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like we getting helping hands. We got partnerships. And like we done build relationships with these people now. So it's like, I feel like Lo tell you, I tell them all the time, we ain't nothing about nobody because I know who in the hood with me.
Yes.
I know in the hood. We got black trucks pulled up all the time across the grass. Windows down, or don't nobody mess with them trucks. I tell them all the time. They say they Squeaky friends. You feel what I'm saying? We don't have no break-ins. We have none of that crap. One time you wanted to send when the riots was going. Some what you call them? National Guard.
Yeah.
They want some National Guard people bearing Hummers to guard the Seneca. We were scheduled to cut the ribbon.
Wow.
I said, nah, I'm good, man. Ain't nobody gonna mess with that building.
No, like really, it's like people always say the parents don't get involved. People always say the parents don't get involved, right? Me and Squeak barely even see mamas and dads. You know what I'm saying? But we still accept the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. We don't know where their mamas at. We might send a letter home say, let your mama bring you back, but they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say because the parent what's going on in the household. You know what I'm saying? You just try to accept the kids for what they is and change them to what you want them to be. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no doubt.
So that's the way it is in our hood. You know what I'm saying? So everybody always say, well, the one mama ain't teaching them this. We don't really know that.
No.
You know, mama could have taught. I mean, mom ain't teach me and Squeak how to go out and hustle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't say mom and dad ain't in their life. They might be in their life. But, you know what I mean? When they get outside, you know, you teach them one thing. When you get outside,
it's a whole different story when you get out on the streets.
It's like, and it's amazing because, like, this guy here, like, the father, like, probably 100 kids ran in there. It's crazy. I mean, like, the way we cut up as bad as we did, we had a mentor named Fisher, right? He ran the boys club. We used to think he was mean. He kicked us out. Anybody that ran with us back in the day, he tell them they couldn't come in the club. If he knew anybody that ran with us, they could not come in the club. So I used to tell him, damn, is you doing them a favor by putting them out? You welcome them to the streets. You need to be welcoming them more in there. But I understand because he comes and volunteer with us. He done retired. He did that for like 35 years, the boys club. He retired. He come run and volunteer with us. And he worse than Fisher. Fisher look at him like he crazy. You know what I mean? So I was like, and I be looking, I'm like, who is worse than Fisher? I mean, but he hard on the kids, but they love him. You feel what I'm saying?
And they'll remember that. Like I remember,
because that's how we was. When we grew up, now we say ourselves, man, and all our friends, right? Fisher was the best thing to happen to us. Even though we had moms and dad home, but Fisher was the best thing to happen to us, right? And so I used that as the same way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the positive way. You know what I'm saying? You know, you let the little kids run over you, they're gonna run over you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta establish your ground from the beginning. And, you know what I mean? Show some love. You definitely gotta show some love, but. You know, and then you also gotta show that when you're wrong, you're wrong. Right?
So, and that's the same thing with the older kids is on the corner.
Right.
You gotta still be able to, like I tell them, we can't guard the place when we gone. When we gone, we gone. I don't want to hear about nobody hustling in the alley, and I'm gone. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I told the lady the other day, I said, you gotta be responsible for what's going on around here when I'm not here.
Yes.
When the doors is closed, you gotta be able to say, look, move that.
Right.
I don't want. I say if they feel like they can get away with it, then they gonna do it. They not disrespecting me. They disrespecting you because they ain't doing it in front of me.
What do you think do you think people are afraid to speak up and say, you know, don't do that right here? Like, what you think is the reason why people won't?
Well, in our neighborhood, I just think they kind of like, you know,
don't care.
Yeah, they don't want to get involved because our doors stay open. You know what I'm saying? Our doors stay open, but if we giving away 3,000 pounds of food, you see people rushing in. You know what I'm saying? But when we say, can you come around and help us clean up the playground or help us cut some grass, you know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't afraid. You ain't afraid to come out and get that food. You know what I'm saying? So
we can get volunteers every week when we give out on the days we give out food. We're giving out 2,000 pounds of food every week. So it's like we can give out everybody. They knew the day, so I had to start switching the days up. I started switching the days up just so they knew they wasn't playing with me. I'm like, oh no, we gonna play the game together. I ain't doing on Tuesday, because now they came around on Tuesday and say, oh yeah, I came to volunteer. I'm like, all right, well, let's go ahead and get to work then. Because ain't no food today. Let's get to work.
And the kind of food
come tomorrow.
And the kind of food we was giving out, right, they wasn't used to. You know what I'm saying?
Steak,
chicken, you know what I'm saying? Corned beef and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going
through our friends.
To another county, pick it up, you know, and bringing it back. So it's like it was just a crazy situation, you know. But like our neighborhood done changed a lot now. I see it done changed a lot. We done got through to a lot of people. Yeah. Like, 'cause they don't come with those same sad stories no more. They've realized. I mean, we done been there. Yeah. When they done it, I done seen every story there is out in the street.
And you know everything.
So when
changed.
they realize it, they're like, well, damn, we can't get over on these guys. You feel me?
Even with the trash, you know what I'm saying? Like we put a trash can over there and we talk to them guys, right? The older guys, on the court at night, and say, man, you know, it's a can right there, man. You eat your chicken box, and you ain't got to throw that on the ground. You know
all right, we got to take this break. I don't want to interrupt because this is good, and we getting a lot of good feedback from the people that are listening. I want to read some of those comments when we come back. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, more of the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time, and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Weird, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room.
Fell asleep.
Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little boy with the glasses. I didn't watch the show, so don't be mad at me. Don't send me no daggum messages. The little boy with the glass, Millhouse, that was his name. He showed him a cave, and it says, when you're asked to show around the new coworker, and it says, this is where I come to cry. Cool.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, you know, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, you know, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like, I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
Is it really about the pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you know you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place you, like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Inside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and I hope you're enjoying tonight's show, and I hope you are as inspired by the conversation as I personally am, and I know the rest of the team is. This is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah, your boy Pleasant. And the artisan angel, HLVII Azrael. I forgot my name for a second. I spaced out.
It's all right. It's allowed.
Fart.
You having a junk food crash. That's what's happening.
I was just spaced out. Life, man.
So we are having a very important conversation. When we knew who our guest was for tonight, we decided to name the show, or to give the topic of focus on the community, which we feel like is really fitting for who we have in the studio with us tonight. And we have author Squeaky Kirk, but we will be calling him Squeaky throughout the show. And we also have Carlos, who came along with him. If you're just tuning in before the break, we got to hear them talk about what they do in the community, the respect they have built, their passion for the young people there, and even how the governor of Maryland is very involved. He's in the hood all the time, but media is not there to show that, and I know, personally speaking, I will say this, that I do see a lot of people, bad mouthing politicians, but don't really fully understand what they do. Now, there are some who may not be doing what they should be doing. That's legit. Okay, but then there are those who do, and the ones that aren't the one always in the spotlight are usually the ones that's doing the work, because it's not about being seen, but it's really about doing the work. So with that being said, I want to talk more with Squeaky and Carlos, and kind of talk about what the impact has been on the community since the recreation center has been back up and running.
Well, since the center's been up and running, we seen it's a major impact. Like I said, we have elderly volunteers that come around. They love the garden. Every time we picking something, they can go back on their own and pick whatever they want. We have a lot of elderly volunteers that's getting involved now. And we had the GED program. We actually had our first graduate from the GED program. One of my young homeboys. He's a little younger than me, Mike Dorsey. Shout out to Mike Dorsey, my man. He just graduated, because everybody that we started our GED program got to walk across the stage through at BCCC.
Nice.
Because we're affiliated with them. So, and Mike Dorsey, man, he stuck it out. And I got to give that guy, man, major shout out, because he stuck it out at the time. We had no air conditioning. Wow. So he was in the summertime, it'd be like 110 degrees.
Yes.
And he was still showing up when everybody else wasn't showing up.
Yeah.
He would be in there. And I was like, damn, but it took me a while to get him around there. But once he got around there, he stuck it out. And then right after he got in there and they saw him succeed, a lot of other little young homeboys started calling me. A lot, I think 3 or 4 more. Frank White, he went down to the school. A lot of them started going back getting their thing, So Dorsey, man, he paved the way for a lot of people, man. Wow. A lot of young boys that was hanging out on the corner, man, not doing their thing. So I shout him out big on that. He was our first graduate.
We involved in this intern program, right? We had these 2 interns, right? Caucasians, right? They stuck it out too.
Yeah. Shout out to them too,
Yeah, they stuck it out.
From John Hopkins. John Hopkins sent us interns
we definitely
every year from the CHIP program.
Oh, that is awesome.
We got definitely give them a great big shout out, because they paved the way.
Ain't no doubt, man.
Every day, you know what I'm saying?
They were a major blessing to them kids, man. I was like when they leave, them kids are still looking for them. So I would tell them they got to come back and visit the kids. Like Maggie, who was our intern last year, right now, God rest her. I mean, well, bless her soul. She riding right now from Vancouver down to San Diego. She on a 1.5-month bike ride. She the last day in the States, she was around there selling snowballs with us at my mom's festival that we have every year. So you know, like everybody that comes in that wreck, man, become like family. You feel what I'm saying? It's like it's hard to leave, you know, because it's a grind. It's a grind. You know, like I tell anybody, you know, like when you trying to start something like that, when you trying to do it, you gotta just get used to a lot of no's. You feel what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody just gonna tell you a bunch of yeses out the gate. And sometimes people get discouraged, you know. So it's like probably a blessing that I had the money to keep going with it and I had low with me. You got my back, you feel me? So, but I mean, sometimes, man, you know, you just got to get used to it and your own grind got to be what it is. It can't be like, it's not your grind if you come up with the idea and then you get all this helping hand and everybody just jump on board and they just bless you with this glass house. You feel me? So it's like, you know, like our little building, we got a small building, man, on for real, but there's a lot being done, you know.
Yeah. All right, so again, we got to take another break, but you know what? The conversation is worth it, so y'all have to come back. When we come back, we're going to talk about some more of the programs that the center offers, and two, if you're in that neighborhood, you know, and you're listening and you want to participate, you know, we encourage that because that's what it's there for the community. So when we come back, more with the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Yes, we say it every time.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. It's after what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there a lies button?
Somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. I was done. I said, how dare you filthy ass animal, get the hell out of my house. It was a problem because it's like, clearly you don't remember when I met you, I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all. Because that's a problem for me too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabril just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, you know, he would have been trying to, like, adamant, like, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died, like in one of those books, like a fairy tale book. Trump, we're going to get to you in a moment. Meet with all these black folk in one room, and they just fell for it. Like, he must have been giving out $100 bills behind them.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. TGIW. We are halfway through our show. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Time is just flying.
I really can't. It really did go really fast.
It's going fast. I know, right? Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, wait.
Wow.
But anyway, if you are just tuning in, guess what? We're talking about focus on the community. Focus on the community. We all agree that's a great topic for tonight, right? But we're talking about that because we have our guest tonight. Well, before I do that, let me introduce myself, family. Count my head, not my heart. It's Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
All right, yeah, because I just got really excited about our guest. I just wanted to dive right in, okay? But, so yeah, our guest tonight is author Squeaky Kirk. And also Carlos is hanging out with us as well. And we are talking about the awesome work that's being done at the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center over in West Baltimore. I'm sitting here. I'm really full. I'm inspired. I'm trying to convey my reaction in a meaningful way, but I'm just really inspired, and also I'm just excited to hear what's happening in our community, because we don't always get to hear about it. We don't always get to see about it. And you know, we vowed that we would use this platform to do that, to showcase and also bring exposure to the stuff that's going on, because we know, and here I go, Miss Be Inspired Soapbox. Part one, that mainstream media, it's focused on all kinds of stuff. You know, you see about the riots, you see about the murders, you see about all of that, but you don't see about the work that's really being done in the community. So we are passionate about making sure this platform does that. You know, even if we reach 400, so what? Them 400 gonna know about the work that's being done in our city. So there you have it. With our guest tonight, Squeaky, before the break, he talked to us about the impact that the Recreation Center is having on the community, and Carlos also shared too. And he's a father to many in the neighborhood, which is cool because, you know, a lot of young people, I grew up without my dad, you know, and I was raised by a woman that I didn't even know from birth. You know, if it wasn't for people like that, you know, where would a person like me be? Would I be sitting in this chair right now? No, who knows, truthfully, you know. So I also want to talk to y'all about the programs that you offer. So before the break, we were talking about the GED program, right? So what are some of the other programs at the Recreation Center?
Well, this is our second year running fun camp, right? Well, we learning camp. You know, the first year I called it fun camp, and we did fun things, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't really know how much education was really needed. Right, so then I ran the after-school program. So after the after-school program, I realized our kids like in the back of the bus, right? So when I ran fun camp, I specifically put on there learning camp. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted the parents to understand your kids wasn't gonna just come and run and play all day.
Right.
You know, we was gonna have a learning center.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it ran pretty good this year, right? You know, as a surprise to me, the kids came in eager to learn. You know, we had Squeaky got some friends from across the Eastern Shore. They travel all the way up here, you know. The whole month of July, we teach our kids, you know what I'm saying? And the kids really learned a whole lot this summer, right? So we got the fun camp, you know, and everybody know I run the after-school program also, but I was running the after-school program from the beginning. I ran the after-school program. You come in, you know, you don't have homework, I let you go. Right, but then now this is to the point where as though you gotta come in and you gotta put an hour in whatever you might have learned in school. All that you don't have homework no more. They don't work anymore.
They can't. They can't even come in without a book bag.
Right. You know, so you know it's you know what I mean. You come to my desk and you show me what you learned today. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there all day. You know what I'm saying? So I got time. Bring your notebook up here and show me what you learned today. You know.
Right.
So. You know, and then, you know, so you got some kids that, you know, when it get cold, I got going here, Mr. Carlos, you know, I might ain't went to school, you know. So I already know when you peeking through the slot, you ain't been to school, you know what I'm saying? You know, so they don't come in because they already know. I want to say, well, what you learned today in school?
Yes.
You know, so, but, we striving on education now because, like, and Squeaky know, my favorite answer to the whole thing when you come in the door is how much is 9 times 6, right? And you don't know 9 times 6, then that means you need to see me at the desk because you need some help.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
there we go.
And, you know, our kids today, right, it's so surprising, right, because I ask the same question every day.
Every day.
Right. And they don't. You think they would get the answer and keep it in their mind because they know Mr. Carlos will answer that.
Yeah.
They don't. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I stay on. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you need to know these type of things in life. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm saying like I said, to my surprise this year, right, through the summer camp, they learned a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And see, and piggybacking off what he's saying, is like. That it frustrated me and him so bad when the kids, like when we was realizing what they didn't know. Like, you know, like, so like when we started coming up with the idea, I was like, man, I'm done with that. I said, I'm done with all the fun stuff. I said, man, we got to figure out something, what they going to do. I said, either they going to learn or they ain't going to come in. I said, because I'm not going to keep dealing. They can play outside.
Right.
So when we was putting the idea together, I was talking to my guy, Maurice. I got to shout my boy Maurice out. Maurice is out third wheel. Maurice good, he ain't able to be here, but this guy, like, as I'm talking, you know, I'm the type of guy. I got ideas in my head, so I'll bring it out, just be bringing it out. It might be a great idea, but I won't put it down. Maurice be putting it down on paper, and Maurice is the one really to put the whole camp together.
Yeah.
Maurice good put the whole camp together.
Big us, Maurice.
Yeah, he put the camp together. He got Amelia Foxwell. She's like my sister across the Bay Bridge. She runs the Mercado School. It's a school for autism, and they started that school from ground up. And now they don't have enough space. They need a bigger building because they got everywhere from doctors, psychologists, everything. It's the perfect school. It has everything you need, as far as like in one building. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so on the other side of the Bay Bridge at Kent Howard. So her and Maurice got together. And they just got all their staff together from over that side of the bridge, and they just brought everybody came together. A whole month of July, them kids was building like roller coasters and stuff, science projects. I mean, they was explosions like volcanoes. I mean, they did a lot of things that they never thought they would.
Shout out to Kate too.
Yeah, Kate Sullivan. Yeah, she's like she came in and worked with her handwriting. You know, they read books, like they read books every day, and they had to write about that story. You know what I mean? So it's like it's so many people that name. I can't name them all, but I mean, it's like it was a major thing this summer. Like I don't think nobody did what we did this summer, because I don't think nobody could get that many people to come together, at least from that far.
Right.
It was kind of crazy to have that many people come over there. You know what I mean? Like I say.
And I feel good about our kids going to school this year.
Ain't no doubt.
Yes.
Because we also got permission to go down there with the parents. We going down to the school this year. You know what I mean? So a lot of them kids, they understand that not only you had to deal with us this summer, we gonna have our foot in your tail this winter too. You know what I mean?
When they look up and see Mr. Carlos at the door, right?
I'd be scared. I'd be like, oh no.
Change.
Ain't no doubt.
I know Squeaky, he work most of the time, right? So they already know. I guess they really rather Squeak come than Mr. Carlos.
Ain't no doubt.
You know, so, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, it ain't about the fear. It's just that, you know what I mean? You understand that I need you to be on business and business only, right? But, you know, it's just that the school in our neighborhood, I can't really give them no great, because I see them, the kids graduating, right, and suited up, and they don't really know, you know, nothing.
I can tell you one scenario. I mean, that I tell everybody, it just sticks in my head, because I remember I got a guy that's like, he has every degree there is. And he was like a mentor to us back in the day. Chucky.
Right.
And he told me one time, he teaches the kids in our neighborhood. He's the teacher in our neighborhood that like works with like some of the kids get put out of school. And one day we was at the barber shop. He told me, he said, Squeak, I can't he said he wanted to take his wife out for Thanksgiving. And he said he told me, he said that he couldn't take out because he was grading papers. I said, why don't you do them in the Scantron? He said, don't let me do them in the Scantron. He said, because every kid got to get 60% on their test. You feel me? So I'm like, man, he said, yeah, if a kid show up 6 times out of 10 days, they get 60% of all the work. But I'm saying, myself, like, oh, I thought that was true then, which I'm sure it was. But we got a kid that we was dealing with around there. He wouldn't come in the center. You know, he'd be out there on the court playing in his pajamas, 6'4" boy, playing in his pajamas every day, smoking, running through the alley, doing everything to duck us out for 3 years. I ain't never seen this boy go to school. 2 months ago, that boy come up on me and told me, he said, Miss Squeak, guess what? I said, what? He said, I graduated Saturday. And guess what? This boy can't write his name in print.
Yeah, because somebody came through and was giving the applications for us to get him a job, right? So I see him on the court all the time, right? So I see, you know, this great opportunity, right? I just come on in and sit down and write this application, right? And the application was going like, the words was going sideways. He didn't know how to spell his Emerson. And, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know, I didn't let him know
looking at it,
that
he
I
ain't
felt.
know why he was upset.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, in my mind, like, this sad, you know what I'm saying? This kid, you know, they just pushing this kid on through school, right? And he don't really know anything, you know what I'm saying? His little sister's smarter than him, you know what I'm saying?
She like, what, in the 5th grade?
Yeah,
right?
so she come around there too, right? And she, you know, she comes in, right? But she kind of like hooked up with the wrong crowd a little bit too, but now she done came on back over, right? But I'm gonna say moms do that too, really. But yeah, but this kid don't really know nothing, right? And he graduated, right? And was telling Mr. Squeaky that he graduated and this and
I
that.
just looked, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow.
Y'all are actually going to be needed a lot more. We've talked about it a couple of times on the show, but have y'all heard about what's going on with the school systems now? Because
yeah, I've seen little bits and pieces on the news about the principal pushing the students through, and what the question was about, you know, how would a period look like and what a explanation
I mean,
that was part of the test. I
mean, systems in general now, because schools are now being defunded more than ever. Y'all know City is a school that they claim they're trying to preserve, but we lost $130 million for education. Class sizes are going up, teachers are being fired, and it's like, I have a friend in college right now, and he's like closely watching the education system. They're taking cursive and signatures out of all of that.
The curriculum.
They don't teach you how to
right. You know, matter of fact, I got like 30 books, right, with cursive writing, and
we teach
right.
them.
We won't teach them cursive writing.
You know what they told us? Oh, my teacher said I ain't gotta learn. I said, well, shit, ask your teacher, do our kids know how to write in cursive?
Right.
I said, everything you need.
That's real.
I said, when you go to the bank, you gotta sign your signature.
People
get a car.
We teach our children at home.
I said, anything important, you gotta sign your signature.
Right. I can't really speak for all teachers, right? Like I say, I'm speaking for the teachers in my community, right? I really don't. They coming for a paycheck from what I see, because I deal with the kids all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And when they come in there, they don't. You know what I'm saying? basic things you should know. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know. And if you went to school all year, it's no way that, you know, they come in there and well, what you do today? And somebody say, well, she slept in the back of the class all day.
Oh, 30 seconds to go. I was all engaged in the conversation. But when we come back, y'all, we're gonna talk some more about the impact that the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center is having on the community. I promise you will not be disappointed. So please stay tuned right here on the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Looking for your next home? Kippen Associates is a full-service real estate and property management company that's been serving the community for 18 years with due diligence.
It's time for a flashback.
Now I'm not going to say,
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Couple minutes left in the segment. Sure. Change is good. Yes. Knowing when to make that change in your life. And I think it's important that you know a strategy. You know where you need to go. But change is good. Everything don't stay the same.
Right.
And if you're a person, especially for old people, that can't accept change, then it's kind of hard. Right. I was going to a church. I'm gonna make this real brief. I was going to a church that could not, some older members. I attended the second oldest black Presbyterian church in the country. That's one. And why are you laughing?
It's bad that you even knew that.
And that's a soundbite. Yeah. So
thank you, Eric.
we would play certain music, and we implemented a lot of equipment or instruments like drums and piano, and the style of singing changed. And two people out of the congregation, after the service, they would go up to the pastor.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Be Inspired Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. You're here with HL7 Azrael.
And it's Be Inspired on the mic.
Your boy Blizzard.
And we are here with our guest, author Squeaky Kirk. And we're here also with Carlos tonight. We're talking about focus on the community. And we're talking about the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center. But we're also having a bigger conversation, in my opinion. Yes, we definitely are. We're touching on a little bit of everything. We're talking about the broken school system in the city of Baltimore, and I'm just going to be real frank about it, because it is. We're talking about even the impact that the parents have on the children's lives, because, you know, the community workers and also recreation center workers, they do the best that they can to invest in the youth. You know, it's kind of hard when you don't have that camaraderie between parents and also the people that are doing the community work. It's so many moving parts to it. Right. It really is. But the work of recreation centers is not going in vain. I know the young people appreciate it and are impacted by it. But talk a little bit about that, because when we were on the break, we were talking about how, you know, we have the children, they come to the recreation centers, you know, they're doing good, but then, you know, maybe a parent will enter their life who is not as a positive influence, and then they kind of derail that progress. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. All right, me and Carlos dealing with a situation right now. Like he was more familiar with the situation because he knew the dad. He introduced me to the dad when the kids first came around. So, you know, the dad had to be to work by 9 o'clock every day. So our camp don't open up till 9 o'clock. Yeah. But he asked Carlos, because you be around there early, so he can get to work on time. So Carlos will meet him there every day, 8:30. He dropped the kids off every day. He said he had custody of his kids because there was a situation going on with him and the mom. So, make a long story short, these kids was there every day by 8:30, and dad was there every day by 4 o'clock picking them up. Now, fast forward 5 weeks later, mom's is back in the picture now. She back in the house. Shit, the kids ain't been, they haven't been there more than 2 weeks, 2 days a week since mom been back. And every day is a different excuse. And know what the little girl told me? My mother don't be getting up. She don't want to get up. So I'm like, you know, I'm fussing her out now because I'm pissed. Because you interrupting these kids playing. You feel me? And I guess she probably look at me like I'm crazy. Like, who is you talking to me about my kids? But I'm not playing. They our kids now. You feel me? Because I'm like, I'm not even playing. These kids was on the right track doing everything. Went down to Naval Academy. They done been on several trips. The Naval Academy, I mean, they're interacting, doing good, and we saw them go from a level 1 to a 7 in weeks.
The sad part is that when mom first came, before she got back into the kid's life, she told Squeaky all this stuff, right? And I was across the room, right? And she was like, well, they don't eat. And I'm like, nah, that's not true. I seen the man coming from with the bicycle. I'm behind him. He got market bags. You know what I'm saying? And then we already know, Squeaky already know that I'm making sure they go home with access to snacks and this and that.
Yeah, we feed them every day.
You know what I'm saying? So Squeaky like, yo.
No, I'm just listening. You know, I'm giving her the ear because I don't know her.
Right. So fast forward, you know, like 2 weeks later, they done got back together, right? So Squeaky see the decline and the kids coming, right? He called him from work. Shamar, he always called us Shamar J, right? That ain't her name, though. Her name's Samari, right? So it's Shamar J there. No, I ain't here, man. I'm like, you know, and so we had these bicycles and stuff. We gonna give them, right? So we like, we gonna see if they come. And if they don't come, we gonna hold the bike, right? But I'm saying to myself, I know the kids. Ready to wake, you know. We used to go to camp, you know. At camp time, you ready?
Right, you excited.
Camp time was fun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You ready to go out the door.
You know what I mean? You ready to go to camp? You know what I'm saying? But like you know, the little girl was like, my mother, she act like she don't want to get up.
Yeah, wow. And she thought it was cool to come over there right before she ready to go to work, which was 1 o'clock. Camp over at 4. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. So when, you know, I guess she felt like we start fussing, then she started trying to do a little better, but it's always a different excuse. But to make a long story short, it's like, we don't have a problem out the men that got custody of the kids. We have more of a problem out of the women in the hood that have custody of the kids being lazy. Cause we got another dad that live out the alley. 2 kids, they was bad as hell when they first came, right? Dad gave us permission to jack them up and get with them, and that. We uncle now, you feel me? And they understand they 2 of the nicest boys you ever wanted to meet in your life.
See, when I was growing up, my mom always told me that just because you have a kid, that does not make you a parent. And like I've seen, cause I have a very close friend who's going through it now. It's like parents are not always the best people in your life, and that's why what y'all are doing is so important. Because I was even
that's
talking
why we
to my
try to step
uncle.
in the shoes of being a parent. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Even though we know you got a mom and dad home, but when you come in the Kirk Center, we your parents.
I mean, truth be told, moms and dads, they not able to do everything, especially if they're responsible. They're working, they're trying to do the best they can, you know. And so, recreation centers and what you all do is important because it kind of balances that out, you know, and gives them what they need.
This is my aunt Ruth Travis. She's a pastor, so she's she retired 3 months ago, so she's getting involved and trying to get women involved.
Yeah.
And she's going to start dealing with the school system because she dealt with she was athletic director up at Lake Clifton for like 35 years.
Right.
So she's going to start getting back involved with the school system. And she's trying to bring a women's group together. Okay. Like a powerful women's group together so we can get some of these moms involved.
Yes.
To make them start having to get involved with these kids at school.
Right.
You know, so
and then, because, I mean, like, because I have a conversation with my mom and love all the time. But a lot of women parent from their point of reference. So if they didn't have anybody showing them, or they didn't have anybody there as an example, they just doing what they feel like they need to be doing, or not even need to be doing. They just doing enough to get by or whatever. You know,
people give bad examples too. A lot of people don't, and it's a problem that I've seen. But especially in my family, because I grew up with women. A lot of the women in my family were taught the wrong way, and it's like they were taught to be aggressive, hostile, and to not accept anything other than what they know. And like that damages kids too, because now, to whereas me personally, I'm pretty messed up because of all of the like things that I've been put through with them. Like it's just parents don't always know how to communicate, and like to where y'all come in, y'all seem to understand like basically where kids are coming from and where their mind's at, because a lot of parents forget what it's like to be a kid. And it's like y'all understand that, and it's clear that y'all keep in mind what y'all did when y'all were young, but y'all just
I didn't get
it better direction.
I didn't get it from the beginning. I'm keeping honest, right? I didn't get it from the beginning, right? Because, you know, I was raised like back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what mom's dad said, that's what you know what I'm saying? I don't care who else said, nothing else. This is what it is.
Okay, we gotta go to break, and I was getting ready to read a comment that we had right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a break. We have let's see. We have about 1 or 2 more good segments left, so we'll be able to address some of these comments and get back to our conversation. So please stay tuned, you guys. Y'all are doing awesome. But stay tuned to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
How did you know that this is what you wanted to do as far as being a singer or entertainer?
It's always been in me. It's always been a part of who I am since a child. Since a child, I've always gotten karaoke boxes, and I've always learned this song and solos in school and all of those things. And I met my Reflections actually in high school, and you know we were singing back then, choral music.
Douglas High School.
Yes, quick, come on through here. You know, so
2 G's in a day pass.
Okay, 2 G's in a bus pass, baby. You know, it used to be, of course. You know, it was destined. I feel like it was destined. My whole family sings. Everyone in my circle sings. It's like I just couldn't get away from it. I'm always gonna sing.
Where did your personality come from? Are you always this crazy?
Yes.
Yes. Crazy.
Right. I woke up like this.
Okay.
And went to sleep like it too.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, you know how you round people who really can sing?
and they always like, I don't know if it's this time. That's what these well, at least these two over here are giving me right now. It's not the time, you know. It should be 78.5 degrees in here.
0.25.
So they're going to share a little bit, just a little taste to get you interested, to get you tingling this morning.
Come on in here.
Share a little of their Banji soul with us.
Stand behind her.
Okay. Well, y'all singing y'all mic.
Yeah, y'all can sing.
Okay, so this is called What I Thought. It's also on the album.
Don't hold back.
Okay. Y'all ready? You ready, B? Okay. I see the lights pouring out your face. No, you can't hide. I see them clear as day. I'm growing tired of playing these games. You say I'm tripping, well, get up on this plane now, 'cause I'm pulling out with you all night. Are you going crazy or too damn lazy? We ain't skipping through no daisies. This wasn't my fantasy. This ain't what I thought. And this ain't what I want.
I told y'all wasn't ready.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Somebody got boxes of skates.
We're actually back on air. We're going to finish this conversation because I'm telling you.
Right.
It's hot. So I'm going to let, okay, so first of all, this is
jump back
that's what I was
in,
going
to
to
be
say.
honest.
Go ahead, Azrael, because you were leading the conversation. So I'll let you.
What were you saying?
Okay.
Oh, no, we was talking about, we was talking about the food. Right?
Yes, giving away food.
And I was saying, like, far as, like, for instance, like, you know, like when I one time, we didn't really care about how we gave the food out, you know, because we knew a lot of people was running that suffering, so we would just lay all the food out on the table. I'm talking like 2,000 pounds of meat, and you're talking about perishables like boxes. It would be cases of macaroni, and I would tell families to come around. I'm like, look, and we put it out to the public, because anything that we did, like you say, yeah, of course we want the community to take advantage of it.
Right.
But it's for anybody. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying? It's not like I look at it like anybody in need. If you can get that, you get that. But I used to always tell people, if you can carry it, you can take it. Because I'm not carrying it for you. Right. You know what I mean? So the whole thing is like we would help all elderly people, or you know, people that's like maybe handicapped. So yeah, of course I'm gonna help them. But I'm not gonna help nobody that's my age. You done piled up 80 pounds of food and you can't carry it. So what made us stop that? Stop doing that way? Because now we've seen how people's packing up boxes. Every box like this big.
Right.
So imagine you go to the door and you see 2-3 boxes of macaroni laying in the alley. They ain't want the macaroni, so they threw that in the alley.
That's terrible.
So think how bad I feel. I went and picked all that up.
Yeah.
I went and picked all that up like 2 truckloads, and you going to be that petty to throw some. So I was pissed for a while. I was going to stop doing it, wasn't I? And I said, you know what? I say, I can't hurt everybody for a few ignorant people. I said, but you know what? I say, we got to change the mind state of people, of the way they think. Because I'm you may have got everything in there. Maybe you just want to sell the meat product. Maybe you had a whole other purpose of getting it. Well, how you know ain't nobody in your house wanting that macaroni? So you'd rather go hungry to get high. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I even caught people trying to sell it. And I told them they can't come in there no more.
Yes.
If I catch you doing something stupid like it, you done. You know what I mean? Like we got a flower garden out there. I don't know if you've seen, we got a big flower garden out there. You know, we had somebody come by, a lady come through. Oh, it's a community garden. I wasn't there. Somebody caught it. And we had after we finished planting the flowers, like he tell you, we can't get no help running and planting flowers.
Yeah.
My guy Gary Mango on Bell Nursery give me a whole rack full of flowers to give away to the community. He said, give them away to everybody to help out. So After all the flowers gone, I got some lady came around there, decided she gonna clip my flowers as they growing. This is a community garden. Now, how's a community garden if you ain't help me plant? And let alone, I had a whole rack full of flowers you could have took around there, what you rather than clip it and mess mine up.
Right.
So it's like, it's a mind state thing and the way people think. You know, like
you got weed through the bad to get to the good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we expect that.
It's like we even had people tell us,
yeah.
oh, you gotta give us that food. You can't put me out.
Yeah.
I said, guess what?
Yeah.
I said, for my mind, I put it in, you can get out and I don't care who you call.
Right.
But you can't call nobody downtown that's going to tell me that you got to be in here.
Right.
Because they ain't bringing this food in here and they ain't paying the bills on this place.
Right.
You feel me? So it's a difference. This ain't our recreation center. You know, our them centers like that ran by the city.
Right.
This center ain't ran by the city or helped by the city.
Right.
It's a difference, you know what I mean?
See, and that's like you say, you change the mindset of the people. You know, when you come in thinking that, well, this the cities, you know what I'm saying? So that's your chain of thought, you know what I'm saying? That this the cities, right? You know what I'm saying? So they gotta give, they gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And then they feel like, you know, we getting paid, you know? We don't get a dime. We've been in since 2011. We don't make no money, you know what I'm saying? We don't make nothing, you know what I mean? We ain't doing it for no money. We trying to make sure our community stay good. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing it, you know, and like I tell Squeaky all the time, it's gonna be a minute to come and it's gonna be a minute to go. And he done seen it, you know what I'm saying? You know, if they realize they ain't gonna get no money for the little work that they did, right? They might stick for a month or two, maybe 3 or 4, right? But when they realize that it ain't no money coming, you know,
they get low.
Yeah, they get
They get low.
That's crazy.
You know, so like right now, like I feel like the volunteers that we're assembling now, is like, you know, they say like you say, you got weed through the bad to get through the good. It's like my mother used to always say, you know, God will give you the right people at the right time.
Yes.
And like I said on the real, like I say, I was in there struggling in that building with 2 alcoholics that was helping me paint the walls, scratch the wall. I mean everything for almost like a year and a half. Before Lo came back around, you feel me? So it's like I had 2 alcohol guys that's like really like they like my uncles in the hood, you know, and they like I tell them all the time they get anything they want from me, you know what I'm saying? Because they the ones put that building together.
Yes.
5 in the morning I get off, all I had to do was call their phone, meet me at the rec. If I get off work, I work 12 hours. I get off 5 in the morning. I say, look, meet me at the rec. Give them the keys. They go in there and start doing whatever they had to do, whatever I told them to do. Because the building was in such bad condition that I say I'm gonna go around and take a nap for free, and I come back around. I come back around like 8 something. They did a lot of work. Got it was like a lot of stuff needed to be done. Talking about a building that was down for 20 something years, hadn't been touched. And the church was using it as storage, so it was a bunch of trash in there. So we was like, we was grinding. You know, it was like swimming through mud for a while. You know, so like, and me and Lo understand. Like I tell them all the time. We got a lot of homeboys that know I do all that stuff. We got plumbers. We got roofers. They can tear that building down, but ain't none of them do it. So no, I tell them, shit. I said that was God's way of showing us who our homeboys was.
Yes.
I said, because know why? Because as long as we was in the street, doing our thing, getting money, taking care of everybody's family, shit, we the best thing since sliced bread. But when it comes down to doing something, you know, I guess that they ain't down. Well, everybody should be down with helping kids.
Yes.
Shit, man, it just show you, man, everybody ain't willing to put that sweat on their face and break their back. You know? And like I said, for real, it took me to realize that, and Lo understand now, because I used to get pissed with him, because he was still letting some of them, you know, he was still dealing with some of the guys. And I'm like, man, I love them guys, but on the for real, I got to keep it 100.
Yeah.
Man, they watch me suffer around here, you feel me?
Yes.
So I'm like, man, if we doing a few things, man, I don't want to look at them like that. Not just keep it like that, man. I mean, because I feel like I got to get help from 60 miles away. I got friends I can call right now. If I tell them I'm in trouble right now, they come. Probably from the governor on down. They come. If they know I'm in trouble, am I lying low?
No, but
they gonna come. But it's like
how that is though, right? I just try to be all right with everybody, really, right? And at the end, you know, when we stand on the top of the mountain, we shine and looking down. You know what I'm saying? You know. You could have been up here with us.
Yes.
You know.
So I just told, you know, we beat him with kindness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Squeak do always get mad, right? He, you know, he gets very upset, right?
Right.
See, because
that's an honest reaction, though. But y'all balance each other out, which is
See,
cool.
what they want to do, I got a lot of people that want to do basketball program. They want to do football stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I want to do all that.
Right.
But I got kids, man. I don't need them banging their head, and they already don't know nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I got concussions when I was young.
Right.
I got concussion playing football when I'm 10, 12 years old. One time I couldn't speak without shaking my head. Now I know what it was just from watching NFL. Cause we used to have contact sports with them damn little cheap helmets. You feel me?
Yes.
Right. You know, we was hitting back then. You know, so I had concussions back when it took me a long time before I was able to speak without shaking my head. So when I see these guys, yeah, they want to do this stuff. I'm like, all right, come around and help me teach these kids how to write. Let's do that. Because you got kids in your house that can't write. You know?
We got a couple comments. I don't think I'm able to capture them all. Can you try to capture? I just want to.
Oh yeah, I can. It was okay. There was, we have everything we needed in the community if we work together. That's exactly what the gangs do. They take the kids just like they are and mold them into what they want them to be. Someone asked where are they located.
Where we located?
Yeah, I think so.
122 North Vincent Street. It's 21223 right off of Mountain Lexington.
Lakeisha says she would love to participate.
And she's actually another host on this show, Sunset Soul Radio.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she was like, she actually had adult youth workers who couldn't sign their name on their own checks.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, anybody that wants to reach out and help, I mean, I guess maybe they can reach out to y'all or they can hit us on Facebook or whatever. Like, I'll leave my information here.
Y'all should partner with a lot of high schools.
Like we in the process of great do that. We got we in the process of great do that. We got another young lady, Deidre Scott. She has a program. It's the initials are Lilies. I can't remember what it stands for, but I know that she's great. Start working with young girls, like I think from the age of 12 till they graduate out of high school. So our focus is like really like I'm just trying. Like I say, it started out as a rec rate center, but it's community. So I feel like, man, we can do it all. Right.
Yeah. One thing about us, though, we open in anything. You know what I'm saying? And you come in.
Positive, we gonna roll.
Yeah, we definitely ain't no question. You come in, and it's all about the community and the kids. You know, I always say, my babies, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely with it.
Well, if y'all are ever trying to find volunteers, feel free to reach out because I actually know a lot of teachers in city who like constantly give service learning opportunities and the kids
for the young people.
We trying to find them now. So that's what I'm saying. Like we have a page, we have a website, it's www.ruthmkirkcenter. So they can go on that. They can go on that website, and it shows you how you can log on to be a volunteer. You can pull it up. It'll show you how to log on to be a volunteer. Can be Ruth M. Kirk Center. So it shows you how to
Is that .com or .org or Ruth?
Let me see. I think it's .com.
Okay.
So it's a site to show them they could be donors, they could be volunteers. Like I said, we welcome anything.
Yeah.
We just seen it all. And like I say,
definitely
we just we trying to bring the best of what we can to the community. Because before we got there, was nothing coming in. Like we had kids that started with us back in March. The boy ain't did homework since November. So I'm like, damn, who do I blame? Do I blame the teacher? Or do I blame the parent?
Right.
Because I mean, the boy had
both
are
responsible.
He had a whole
in my
packet.
opinion.
You know how to get them packets on Monday?
Yeah.
He had to stack them like that.
Wow.
But he hadn't missed a packet since. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't know what a kid can do unless you make him do it. Right. And you got to stay on him.
What's the address again? Because I'm putting it in the comments.
It's 122 North Vincent Street, VINCENT Street. Yeah, that's it right there.
Website. Cool. Okay. If you go to the 100 block of Mount Street, you'll see a mural on the wall. That's the easier way of doing it.
The mural on the wall is actually on the website.
Yeah, I did see the mural.
So, that's the best way we try to tell people. You can log on there, and I can have somebody monitor it. I have people that monitor the website. Actually, my Hopkins intern still monitors it, and she can reach out and she'll talk with anybody. I had different people that can monitor it and just make sure you signed up. You just put on there what days you're available, what you will to offer.
like we say, it could be art projects. I don't get it.
Right.
It could be anything. If you got good handwriting and you feel like you want to come and show people how to write anything, I don't get it.
Ahmad done been through a few times when he was tired.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
Come through and help me out a lot.
I do yoga and meditation, so
that's what I'm saying. So
there we go.
We even great try to get like a fitness thing going on.
Yeah.
My own homegirl Nika Cartwright's will be great to do that for me.
Yeah, I know somebody who does self-defense, but he does, but he teaches you like alternative things.
We had a karate guy.
Yeah,
Sean.
Yeah, for the summer. He came through and helped us.
Work with the kids.
Wow.
We got a guy to play the drums.
African drums.
Nice.
Professional.
Mosiah, he came. He played with Whitney Houston, mom, all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a great
summer program.
The program was really good this year.
And the closing exercise is actually Friday.
Yeah, they Friday.
So they have the closing exercise. They're going to do a little fashion show.
I love it.
And then we'll go to the baseball game to Lieutenant Governor that night.
And the thing about our fashion show, right, is that they modeling their school uniforms because we want everybody to feel equal and not feel like that you got a 3-piece suit on.
I love that.
So we're gonna do the school uniforms.
So is it the closing exercise that open to the community?
Yeah,
what is the date of that?
It's 2 o'clock.
2 to
Friday.
2 to 5. Okay. We're putting this down so that people will know and come and support.
So much happening in the community that
No.
they don't want anyone to know about.
Ain't no doubt, man.
This Friday, everybody, did y'all hear that?
Yep,
This Friday, y'all got from
fashion
2 to 5 p.m. closing exercise for the summer camp that was at the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center this past Sunday.
Yeah, Miss Merlin gonna come out and support.
Yeah, be there or be an octagon.
Huh.
Yeah, he got a couple.
Not square.
Yep, not square.
Quite a few special guests.
Special guests
might be there.
That is amazing. 2 to 5 this Friday, which is September the 1st. Closing exercises. And we're going to put this on our Facebook page, too, because we want people to participate. We need y'all to come out and support.
Yeah, we had our camp from June 19th to all the way to September the 1st. We had the longest camp because we care about our babies,
Yes.
And we want to make sure they got somewhere to go every day. If we could do it on the weekend, we probably would, but I think we need a little rest.
What types of program do y'all have when we have 1 minute? Okay, all right. So when we come back, we'll be wrapping up the show. It's our last segment, actually. Goodness, we flew through those 2 hours. All right, so when we come back, we'll talk about we'll just prepare y'all for the next show, pretty much. That's what we got to do. And do a recap of what we discussed throughout the show, focusing on the community. So thank you for everybody who stayed tuned. Lakeisha, Love Dawn from Sunset Soul, thank you so much. You have been active throughout this whole show. That's my girl. I'm going to be on her show tomorrow night talking about anxiety and depression. And I'll talk about the chapter I wrote in this book, Wisdom on the Wall, on anxiety and depression. So stay tuned, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. You may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry's show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn, because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have-Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to kick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have-Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season, but I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to, a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh, God. What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh, gotcha.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this, so we go off every week right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Be Inspired Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com right here on the best station in the land. As you know, this is Miss Be Inspired on the mic.
Yeah. You already know your boy Blizzard.
And the artisan angel HL7 Azrael.
And we've been here with Squeaky, also known as Arthur Kirk, and also he is the director of the Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center, and also Carlos, who works there as well and is helping so many young people and just people in general. The great thing about the community center is that the programs are open to anyone, definitely for the people in the community, but it's open to anyone, and they have all kinds of programs, GED programs, summer camps, after school programs, a garden. Wait a minute, because we didn't showcase the veggies that we got. Let's pull that. This comes from the garden.
The veggies.
At the recreation center. I'm going to just hold up this beautiful zucchini.
That's nice.
Oh, my God. Awesome, right?
Never had zucchini.
No?
And that's a small one.
Really?
We normally get them bigger than that.
Look at this.
Is huge.
This is a cucumber.
I thought these were all... Wow. This is huge.
This
is huge.
We got some tomatoes in here. Do we have some peppers? Tomatoes. Okay, tomatoes. Yum.
How big do you usually get these?
They were humongous.
Wow. I'm so excited.
I'll send you some pictures later, some of the ones I pulled out. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
My goodness.
And so, so the garden, how often do y'all give out fruits and vegetables to the community from the garden?
The more we give out, you know.
Okay.
We always have a good harvest. Like right now, we get the watermelons and cantaloupes out there, right? But the more we get it, the more we get rid of it.
Right.
Like I probably pick something every 2 days. Like every time it looks like it's great, stop.
Yes.
More keep coming.
Wow. So the community center, if you're wondering, it is on 122 North Vincent Street. 122 North Vincent Street. If you want to learn more about the recreation center, you can go to www.ruthmkirk.com Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center.com. Again, that's Ruth M. Kirk Recreation Center.com. This Friday, they're actually having a closing exercise, Friday, September the 1st, for their summer camp from 2 to 5 p.m. And that is at 122 North Vincent Street at the Recreation Center. They're going to have a fashion show there, some special guests there. It's just going to be a great time. And what I love is that they're having a fashion show, but all of the kids are going to be modeling school uniforms, so no one feels, like different from anybody else, and which I think is cool. So please. Oh, look, and Lakeisha, she's saying, save me some veggies. All right, we only have 1 minute left. Oh, I'm sad. This time went so fast, but it was so awesome. I hope you were truly inspired. Tonight's theme was focus on the community, and we definitely talked a lot about the importance of giving back, which is something that all of us, if we can, you have the time to give it. That's what my husband always said. When you have the time to give it. And so again, next week we have some great guests coming in. We'll be bringing in a whole new month. September is, wow. Can you believe it?
Yes.
It's September, school time. All right, everybody. Yeah, my kids are going back next week, so
I'm done.
Yes, you're done. And we still waiting on the paper.
I
need the paper. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. The Be Inspired Radio Show, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.